What's up guys, and welcome back to another video. So in today's video, this is part 2 of our Research Trucking EU series. So yeah, we are in this beautiful orange, would you say it's orange or would you say it's red? A darker orange, a red, I don't know. Let me know in the comments below. So yeah, this is a P410. We are in Copenhagen, Denmark, and we're heading all the way to there in Poland. So yeah, this is 557 kilometers, including the ferry journey that we're going to be taking. Okay, so let's start this truck up and see how it sounds. Actually sounds alright, doesn't sound too bad. So yeah, this dashboard is pretty basic. We have fuel and distance, consumption, pressure, temperatures, cruise control, fuel, yeah. And here we got how many kilometers it's done, so it's done 120,000 kilometers. And it looks like we've got a full tank, to be fair, which is pretty good. 26 Celsius, so it's pretty hot right now in Copenhagen. Luckily we have got a premium Scania sat-nav. But yeah, this cab is, I mean, the room, like, in between the passenger and the driver, is definitely a big hum. It's not something you could easily move across, especially if you're tall, but then you might have a bit of a struggle to stand up. So yeah, this steering wheel's quite nice. It is a normal Scania leather steering wheel. So yeah, let's go. Put it in first. Parking brake is actually off. So yep, that's where we need to go. So yeah, this cab is actually quite nice to drive around in, especially if you're doing just normal town or city drives. It's not too bad, and even for that longer journey, it's still fine to use. I mean, it's not as good as the Scania S series, but it's built for a purpose, and the purpose is driving around town and short drives and etc. So, yeah. Oh, I forgot in the last video these traffic lights in Copenhagen. I hate them. They always take so long. So yeah, if you didn't see the last video, we started in Copenhagen. Very nice interior for a very basic truck. I mean, we haven't got any fancy stuff. We've got aircon, climate control. Yeah, like I said, these traffic lights do take a long time. So we might be waiting here for a good few minutes. So I actually did a video previously where I drove a P500, I think it was. It was a fully kitted out one. It had all the mod guns. It even had like a bull bar at the front, I think, and it had like all lights and everything, and it looked really, really cool. And I actually drove, I think it was from outside of Sweden to somewhere in Sweden. It was either Stockholm or somewhere else, but yeah, I mean, it was very, very nice, especially for a P cab. Didn't have any flat floor or anything, but you can't expect that in these types of trucks. I mean, it had the V8 dashboard, or the one that you get in the V8, like all the digital, etc. And I know that there's this little digital display here, but it was fully over like the thing. So let me know how the audio is, guys. I'm trying to still work out to get that sweet spot of between the audio being fine and you guys being able to hear me. So I know on some videos the audio is being too loud or too quiet, so I'm still working on that. So hopefully everything's alright. So yeah, it's actually surprisingly easy to drive one of these. It's much more easier to drive one of these than a tool level one, because you've got less stuff to worry about, especially when you're going through like towns and stuff like that, or like more urban environments, because well, especially if it's just the tractor unit you're driving, then you don't really have to worry about that sort of stuff, like knocking over stuff, or if you're going through like a foresty area, which is really handy. I've definitely knocked my trailer and truck through a few hedges in my time, but yeah. Okay, we're actually going a little bit over the speed limit there. I think this has got cruise control. Okay, yeah, it has got cruise control. I think there is actually a... Yep, there's a display that displays what's people going at, which is quite nice. See, we've got the aircon on, 20 Celsius. Right now, I think we need it, especially on a hot day like this. Fun fact, Copenhagen was actually the first ever Scandinavian country I went to in ETS2. I remember getting there and I thought, wow, this looks beautiful. And that's when I wasn't really familiar with all the Scandinavian countries and stuff like that, and of course I hadn't found the one that I wanted to move to yet. I definitely knew I wanted to move to one of them. I remember talking about how I wanted to move either Norway or Sweden, and yeah, I mean, I picked Norway because, I mean, lots of people ask me why I picked Norway, but Norway is just one of those countries that you just fall in, like, it's just one of those countries that you just fall in love with. Like, some people like Greece or Spain or wherever. Me, it's Norway. I'll be looking forward to when the new Russia DLC comes out, because I'll definitely be getting that. I have all the DLCs currently, and I also have ProMods installed, so that'll be really good for us to explore ProMods. That is the goal. I think the goal is to eventually... I always drive up north whenever I drive in ProMods. I do want to drive down south to more Spain area, but I think I'd like to go see the Northern Lights first, but you guys have to let me know what you'd rather see. If you'd rather me go south or north, I'm fine with whatever. So yeah, I just think we're going to stay down south and more east, like southeast more than what we are north, because there's a lot to explore there that I haven't actually seen. But yeah, you guys have to let me know. If you want me to stay up north for a long time, I will, and we can have like an Arctic trucking type thing. I can install a snow mod to make it seem a bit more realistic. Of course, in Iceland there is a lot of snow on half the country in ProMods. So yeah, I was actually thinking about getting my my real life HGV license in a few years. I'm going to be getting my car license this year, hopefully, if all goes to plan. So I know there's a lot of waits due to COVID and etc. So yeah, hopefully I'll be getting that this year, and then the year after, hopefully I'll be getting my HGV license. It's going to be pretty expensive, but I think it'll be worth it. So I want to be a trucker for a few years now. So yeah, as you know, I want to move to Norway, and that's what I'm going to do after college. I've got 2 more years at college after the summer break, which I'm actually looking forward to. That I've got not a lot of time at college left, but it's, I mean, it's weird. It's like, you know, I'm gonna miss it, but at the same time, I'll be glad. I'm not sure whether I want to go study in Norway or whether I just want to go out and get a job, being like studying in IT or game development or something to do with coding, or you know, being a trucker for a few years. I definitely want to be a trucker out there because of how beautiful the country is. But I mean, we'll see. I want to make use of my truck driving license. I want to buy a Scania when I move out to Norway. I'm not sure what one I want to buy. Depends how much money I have, really. I would love like a Scania P series like this. I think it would be very nice to have. Well, this exact model would be very nice, but I know they're pretty expensive. So, yeah, even for a base model like this. Alright, so let's go to Rostock. It's actually only just under 2 hours. So not really that far. We're getting 7,000 for this job. So we are in Rostock, Germany. I mean, this game just looks phenomenal. Like, this game just looks absolutely amazing. Considering it came out 2012, I mean, they've done updates to it beforehand. There was this really weird, like, purple filter on the game a few years back, and it just looked a bit weird, but they definitely made it look like it could even come out in like 2022, which I think is just awesome. And I love how much love they give the game, and I follow their social medias and how much they update their fans and, you know, put their fans in like community stuff, and yeah, make it a lot around the fans rather than just a way to make money. Like I've said before, it's one of my favourite games of all time. I mean, I love simulators, especially driving simulators, and I haven't found a simulator that's as good as this, a trucking simulator or even a car simulator that's up to the standard of this. This is just one of a kind, especially ATS as well. They're both amazing games. So if you're wondering what I use for my head tracking, I use TrackIR. I use the wireless version. You can get a wireless, there are sellers that sell the wireless head tracking unit that goes on your headset and basically has a battery on it, and you just plug in and charge it. Is that truck gonna let us go? Okay, that Mini's gonna let us go, but let me know what truck we should buy first. If we should buy a Scania P cab, or if we should go straight to the Scania S, or what we should do. This truck isn't actually stock in the game. I wish it was, but it's a mod added on to the normal Scanias that adds in this, and I don't know how they do it, how they bring trucks like this into the game, especially considering it's I mean, with like customization, you get them from the real life, but to make a truck, to make a truck look this good and basically look like it could be released by the company and spent years on it, you know, it's just incredible. And I highly recommend getting ProMods. It's really worth it. When I first heard about it, I thought, you know, I didn't really know much about it, but then when I first got it, I thought, how can you ever live without ProMods? I recommend creating a new profile due to save corruption. If you get rid of the mod, it can corrupt your game save, and also if you're disabling the mod, you want to sell all of your garages, I ran into an issue where when I didn't have ProMods activated, I couldn't actually sell my other garages. So yeah, you want to bear that in mind when using it. I personally have never had any corruption save issues with ProMods. I used it on my main account for a long time. Oh, we've got to be down here. Jesus, that was... yeah. So, I've never had any corruption with my game save before. But I could have just been lucky. I mean, I enabled it and disabled it whenever a new version came out, and right, fine. Sometimes I didn't even sell the garages. And yeah, it just worked fine. Sometimes it allowed me to sell them, and then sometimes it just didn't. When I clicked on them in the garage manager, it just didn't want to work, and it just crashed my game. So yeah, just to be on the safe side, I'd recommend creating a new profile and then using, if you want to play it legit, not using one of those like mod things that give you XP and money, or you can use one of those. I'll link it down in the description if you guys are interested. And I could also link in the description the mod I used, the Scania P. You get Scania G, you get the and even the S and the R, which are standard in the game, have all got more upgrades than what the standard one has. So, I mean, I'd recommend it. You can get it from the Steam Workshop, which is cool, so automatic updates without having to go search for a new one, which I always like to see. I always like it when a mod comes to the Steam Workshop. Makes it so it's more secure, and you know, you're less likely to run into any issues. Just realised I haven't even got my lights on. This guy is not letting me come into that lane. I mean, if you guys don't want me to get a Scania at all this series, we could get a Volvo, whatever you guys want me to get. Ideally not one of those rubbish Ivecos. I mean, we can have it at the start, but I later want to upgrade to a better truck if we choose, say, a worse truck, like say we choose one of the Ivecos, or even a decent truck like a Scania, but the P cab I then want to upgrade eventually to the higher up one. Of course, we could go straight into the S cab or the R cab, and then we wouldn't really need to upgrade, especially with the S cab. So yeah. When do we actually enter Poland? I'm not too sure. I think up there? No, I don't know. I know it's a drive, I think 450 kilometers drive, and then like 500 something with a ferry drive, with a ferry crossing. So it's a decent amount of time. So I think around level 3 or 4 we will upgrade our truck, or buy a new truck, sorry. Which will be cool, so then we can freely move around the world map and do deliveries as we like. I would like to do multiple deliveries in one day, or in one video recording. But I think these long drives are also pretty cool. I mean, they get us a decent amount of cash. So yeah, and I don't want to make these videos too long. So I think you guys would rather watch a shorter video than a longer one. Let me know in the comments actually if you guys want me to do multiple longer drives, multiple shorter drives, or just leave it to how I normally do it, just depending on how long it takes. Generally the video will probably be around half an hour, 45 minutes, so let me know if you guys want me to do longer or shorter. Wow, that sat-nav is really bright. Of course we're using the ProMods Google Maps. I mean, this truck's got great visibility, even standard without any add-on lights, just with the normal lights and the lights at the top. I mean, you wouldn't really need to add on any lights. I think the lights are mostly there just for show. Sometimes, if depending like what you're doing, they can be helpful, but the normal high beams, etc., are really good. So I'll just turn my high beams on right now, and as you can see, they work like a true. So yeah, I don't even think that's the full high beams that I've got on at the moment. But yeah, even them, they're really good. When are we actually going to enter Poland? Well, we might have already, I don't know. No, I don't think we have. It does feel weird to be lower down. I mean, on the Grand Utopia profile that I've been using, which is a map add-on, well, it's an own independent standalone map, so it doesn't have the normal ETS2 map. You can't use it while you're using the normal ETS2 map. You have to activate it when you create a new profile, which I think is pretty cool. It's a 1-to-1 scale, so when you drive 10 kilometers, you actually drive 10 kilometers, etc. So yeah, with this, if you drive, I think it's 100 kilometers, you're driving, I think you're driving, I'm not sure, about 10 kilometers in real life. So yeah, that's probably completely wrong, but I mean, I drove about 2,500 kilometers in a day, I think it was, and I think I drove about 250 real life kilometers, because that took me around 4 hours. So yeah, take it as you will. This truck is actually quite silent for having a 6-cylinder engine, just like pretty much 2 centimeters underneath us. Of course, with the higher trucks, you've got more of a clearance, which is really cool. But as you can tell, well, you can't see at the moment actually, but the engine tunnel does protrude obviously through the cab, so the engine is like right next to us. But it, you know, it's got good sound dampering, and especially from like the outside, etc. Really, really good. Can't really hear any wind noise, and I think these trucks have got double glazing windows as well. Soundproofing is just amazing, considering the last truck is quite noisy. And the one before that is just, I know that's the iconic V8. The one before that, the one like the 164L and etc. But yeah, let me know if you guys want me to drive one like that. I have got the mod to do it. If I'm being honest, this truck does seem pretty slow, especially to get up to speeds. I don't know how much of a load we're carrying, but it seems like it's pretty. It seems like it's a pretty heavy load. I'm just wondering when we're going to enter into Poland. Oh, Have we? No, I don't think so. Oh yeah, the border's up here. I'm guessing we'll have to go through all X-ray checks and all that, checking our passport. Well, we'll definitely have to check our passport, but... Can we just drive through? I think we can just drive through without being checked. Seems that way. Yeah. I'm surprised there isn't any border checks, I'm guessing because it's Europe. You can just drive through, but... I've never actually driven through Europe before. I've only driven to France from the UK, and of course they check your passports there, so... Like I said, the sat-nav is blinding. Wow, it's definitely gone down to a lot lower temperature. It's 13 Celsius. Of course it's night time, but we are in Poland, so yeah. I had a mate and he went to Poland recently and it was like minus 15. It's just crazy how cold it can get. Of course it depends on time of the year as well, but you know, it's still just crazy. I mean, here in the UK it's pretty unpredictable what the weather's going to be like. You could say it's going to be sunny one moment and then wet the next minute, and yeah, it's just a bit of a nightmare. You have a plan to do something and then those plans ultimately change due to the forecast being wrong, but yeah. What are we about to go through now? Okay, that's just sleeping area. I was a bit confused there because of course we're using the Google Maps thing, so it has different icons than what the normal one does. You can get a night version. I might get a night version just because night mode I think just looks cooler. It'll definitely be less of a glare in your face. I think we're supposed to turn off here, aren't we? Yep. You see, it's so bright I can't really tell where we're supposed to be turning off. So I think I'll definitely get the night version. I wonder if anybody's going to let us go. Is he going to let us go? That's very kind of him. So I'm not sure what depot we're actually going to be going. I'm like dropping off our trailer at. Didn't actually say, I don't think, where, but I think it did, but I just didn't read it. But yeah, our sat nav should tell us. We hopefully shouldn't get lost. Okay, we've entered the city of... I'm not even going to try and pronounce it. So how far is this actual depot? So it seems like we're on the outskirts of the city. It doesn't seem that far, to be fair. I thought we had to go up there then. This... Oh my god. That scared the absolute life out of me. Yeah, I don't know why that happened. Maybe the roads were seriously unpaved. I hope we didn't damage the truck or the trailer. Considering this truck looks brand new, I mean, it's only done about 120,000 kilometers, which means it's probably around a year and a half old, depending on how many drivers and how often people drove this. I'm guessing this truck was driven mainly in towns and urban environments, rather than long haulage. But yeah. Okay, so where are we actually supposed to be going? Okay, looks like we're supposed to be going down there. I was like, that's confusing. Okay, it looks like we have to do a wide turn here. Make sure we don't oh, okay, we're gonna end up on the curb. Make sure we don't take out the sign. Okay. To be fair, in any bigger truck, I would be more worried about going around that corner. What's in there? I don't even want to go and find out, to be fair. Looks like just another depot. Oh, that's cool, we got a DHL Renault Magnum. Okay, where do they want me to deliver this trailer? Okay, looks like we have to... Do we turn here? What does that say? Okay, this might be where we have to deliver it. Yep, in here. It's not very straightforward of where we're supposed to go, is it? Okay, let's try and reverse it in. Let's actually go to here, it'll make a whole lot easier. I think if we go here and try and reverse it in. To be fair, we can't see anything. I cannot see anything right now. Yeah, we might need to go in third person for this. Okay, let's straighten it up. Okay, that looks all good. Let's put it in neutral. Park and brake. We'll put the wheel center. Okay, let's unload. Salmon fillet? Oh wow, that's a lot of salmon. Okay, let's see if we've leveled up. Oh, we have level 2. We're still a newbie. Way to rub it in. What should we get? I'm thinking of doing long distance, because then we can drive up more longer, 750 kilometers in a single drive. I think that'd be pretty cool. So yeah, let's hit apply. Alright, so I hope you guys enjoyed this video of Research Trucking EU, And if you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.